Well, good evening everyone, and thank you for having me. I hope you feel thankful that I was here. Tell me afterwards over networking. I'm going to try and be really quick. I've got more slides than I can possibly talk to, so forgive me if I expect you to read them whilst I'm talking about something different. CSCL is a joint venture between London Business School and UCL. We get funding from the central government, from UCL and London Business School, and our mission is to bring together the best of both. The slide is misleading. It seems to imply that London Business School has all the business skills. Well, clearly UCL has quite a lot, and it also implies that UCL has all the technology skills, and we're not just interested in technology, and London Business School isn't necessarily a technology desert. But the point is made that it's bringing the best together of both, which stereotypically is technology engineering excellence at UCL and typically business excellence at London Business School. And we have a fairly big mission. It's not subtle. It's a big ambition for the students who we help and who we work with. So if you don't know about London Business School, it's 3 stops on the tube, 25 minutes walk, really easy to get to. It is also outstanding as a learning environment. It's a graduate school only, so there are no undergraduate students there at all. It is small, so it's smaller than some departments at UCL, but nonetheless it is world famous, world class, and you will rarely have an opportunity to engage with the sorts of intellectual activities and networking and learning that you could experience at London Business School. So what can we do for you? Well, this is an example of what happened last year in terms of student exchange from UCL to London Business School. Also, some students from London Business School come here. But you can see that we have faculty members, staff members, PhD students, mainly PhD and MD students. The MSc students I'll park on one side for a minute, that's a slightly different process and different programme. The exchange programme is targeted at PhD and above. Okay? So above means we've had the Dean of Clinical Sciences, took 2 courses through this mechanism. So if you want to be an entrepreneur, what is the typical offering that London Business School has for you? These electives are second-year electives. That means everyone else in the class will have spent a full year, full-time, being a student at London Business School. And UCL members are parachuted in. An elective is 3 hours a week for 10 weeks in lecture theatre, probably about 10 hours a week total study time. So we really need to know before you come in this class that you're absolutely committed to doing it, that it's meaningful to you, it fits your career, fits your ambitions. UCL has a very strong offering of education, so this is not something to do instead of courses at UCL. Okay? This is not a soft option. But the courses, if you're entrepreneurial, range from, so I've got a technology idea, who cares? That's called New Technology Ventures, through, I've started my business, how do I make it grow? That's called Managing and Growing Business, with everything in between. If you're interested in social enterprise, there's a very exciting elective that ran this year for the first time, very successfully, which again is highly relevant. But entrepreneurship isn't everything. And there are lots of other reasons why you may want to go to London Business School, to learn skills and develop understandings that are relevant to your research and relevant to your careers. And it could be sector focused, so understanding sustainability or energy markets from a business perspective. No technology will be there at all. It's all taught to and by business practitioners. So it's absolutely business focused. Or it could be general strategic dynamics. So a wide range of electives. I should really ask the question, but we don't have time. What is a language of business? If you don't understand finance and accounting, you can't do business. It's just simple. Yeah. Saying I speak French but I don't have any grammar or vocabulary. Okay. So before you do the classes at London Business School, a normal requirement for most of the classes is you have to do a workshop on finance and accounting. We get a lot of UCL people who want to take the class anyway, great, but it's absolutely essential because the language of business is about cash and profits. If you don't know the difference, you can't have the discussion. Okay. It's just simple. What happens if you're doing a PhD or a strand of research which could have a commercial outcome? So what's the opportunity? Well, if you're doing a PhD, we can fund an extension of your PhD research, You need to apply about a year before the PhD is due to end. We need to know the PhD is due to end on time, and we fund a stipend for an extra term. A condition of the PhD scholarship is that you have to write a chapter of your PhD which is loosely titled The Commercial Relevance of My Research. Yeah? So you can't use it just because your PhD is running late and you think this will fund an extra month or 2 or 3. Forget it. Okay? Your supervisor has to confirm your PhD is due to end on time. There has to be something to explore about commercial relevance, and this will help you do that with support from London Business School if you need that. But it's a high price. You need to write an additional chapter of your PhD. Very exciting, but a commitment. And if you don't have the time, what can you do? Well, again, London Business School is full of MBA students who are desperate for good ideas to work on as part of their studies. So I put up a list of electives. If there's an elective called New Technology Ventures, it's really depressing if you're studying that class and you don't have a technology idea to think about. So again, there are lots of ways you have interesting, innovative ideas. You can team up with London Business School students and tap into that capacity to move the idea forwards. We develop and organise events, seminars, workshops, as you'd expect, all targeted at bringing the communities of London Business School and UCL together. Oh, sorry, wrong button. And if you want to get in touch with us, I've got some A4 handouts. If you can grab one off me. I've got a business card, you can take it, or just chat to me afterwards. Okay? Thank you very much, and good luck to the Enterprise Club.